I need to see Kiki. That's the only thing legit is on my mind, man. I just really need to see her. So my mom look at me. She say, "So can you handle that?" I'm like, "Yes, yes, I can handle it." She like, "I don't want no out of you." I'm like, it's not gonna be none, I promise. She like, "I'm telling you. And if you having any problems at school or if somebody trying to jump you, fight you, anything, I don't care. You come and tell me first. Don't have me going in no situation blind. You understand me?" I'm like, "Yes, I understand." She like, "All right, go ahead." I'm like, "Hey, mom." She like, "Yes." I'm like, "I love you." She like, "I love you too," right? And I felt that, right? I felt her when she said she loved me right there. I could feel that that was real. I knew when she would say she loved me, I wouldn't feel it, but when she said it that time, it made my heart do something, right? So she like, "Be back up here in 30 minutes." I'm like, "Okay." So I go downstairs. Boom. I knock on Marky door. He like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Beautiful. Got your room, got your door." He like, "Bro, I have a pallet just like you." I'm like, "But you got a door. You got a door." My mama said, "Ain't no, look, I ain't had no fun time." My mama wanted to rip the inside of my room out. Okay? It was, my room was a see-through room. You just go in there like, "Yep, see right through this mug," like, and keep on walking. So he like, "What's up?" I'm like, "So, mom birthday coming." He like, "Yeah, I know." I'm like, "But they throwing a party. Dad probably be throwing a party, my mom think." So he like, "Okay." They always throw parties. I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm gonna get to go see Kiki." He like, "Bro, we just got back home." I'm like, "Wait." And mom said she giving us our stuff back. He like, "Wait, we getting our stuff back?" I'm like, "We getting our stuff back." He like, "Man, I missed my game." You know what I'm saying? So he amped. He like, "All right, what we on?" I'm like, "No, you gonna cover me while I go see Kiki on mom's birthday." He like, "Cover you? I'm gonna know you gone. No, I'm not covering you." I'm like, "Bro, please cover me." I'm like, "I always have your back." He like, "We have not even been home that long. Look who's thinking rational. Okay, I want to go see her." I'm like, "Do you want to make any calls to see who you missed?" He like, "Nah, I don't even care." I'm like, "Oh, all right." He like, "But you know what we need to do?" I'm like, "Oh, it's always about what you want. Are you here? Is Rody Doty?" I'm like, ah. He like, "Uh-huh." I'm like, "You lucky." I'm like, "I wish you was the firstborn and I was the second." He like, "Going on up there for Mama Snap." I'm like, He like, "Stop." I'm like, "See, I almost gave you another cut." He like, "It's gonna go down." I'm like, "They gonna talk about you as skew. They gonna be like, you ain't no bad guy." He like, "Now don't, look, you gonna make me swing." I'm like, "Come on, swing." You couldn't swing on the dude that hit you with the lip. So now I'm making them mad because stop talking to me like that. Like, you see, mom be stressing me out. And you trying to, yeah, you when that lip got cut. So he like, I ain't helping you. Don't ask me to help you." I'm like, "Okay, don't help me." I'm like, "Guess what? I'm gonna go see Kiki on my own." All I hear is, "Roshan, I know you hear me." I'm like, "Look, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna find a way to see Kiki." And I'm like, "Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me. Don't ask me for nothing. Don't tell me to hit up Raymond. Don't tell me to hit up nobody." He like, "Okay, fine." He like, "I'm about to shut my door." I'm like, "Fine, shut your door." He like, "At least I got one." Boom. He mad. "Yeah, but you knew not to swing." I go on here. I go upstairs. Roshan, I'm like, I'm up here, yes." She said, "Come on, wash my back. I'm getting itchy in this water." So I'm like, "Okay." She like, "What took you so long?" I'm like, "Oh, I was down there talking to Marky." She like, "That you didn't hear me? You kept talking?" I'm like, "Nah." I'm like, "I was talking to him and then I heard you. Then I hurried up and came up here." She like, "And make sure you get all the way down the bottom." So boom, I'm talking about washing my mama back like if it was a dish, a Tupperware. Like, I was, that was just our routine. That was just the thing that we always did together. She used to always tell me to come in there and wash her back. That was like a little weird bond we had. I don't know. So boom, I get done with her back. I get ready. I go in my room. My mama like, "Going on ahead and get ready to lay down. We have an early morning. Now we got to get up to go to the alternative school." My room is so see-through, man. I'm just mad. Look, just to think about it just blows me because you can just see through my room. Like, I can't even scratch my posterior. So I make my palette is nice and thick on the floor. I'm on the floor, okay? I go on ahead, get ready, I shower, boom, going on ahead and I lay it down. Now, as I'm laying it down, I'm like, all right, it's quiet. I don't hear my mama footsteps or nothing like that. But all of a sudden, I'm toying on my dad's phone. It's starting to get late, so I'm texting Kiki like, knock, knock. She like, who's there? I'm like, guess. She like, guess who? I'm like, guess who? She like, who? I'm like, you? So now me and her just going back and forth in the text. So I'm like, hey, look, I'm planning on trying to see you, right? So she say, when? I'm like, on my mom's birthday. So I told her I'd keep her posted, right? So all of a sudden I started smelling the Snoop Doggy Dogg. Mind you, I don't got a door. I'm smelling the bud. I'm smelling the loud. I'm smelling the dro. I'm smelling it. Okay, so I'm like, oh, she woke. So I'm like, I hurried up. I put my dad's phone under the pillow, right? So boom, I put it under the pillow. I'm like, oh my God, let me really go to sleep. So I tried to get calm, but only thing that was on my mind was getting on that phone. I could not concentrate on sleeping. The only thing was on my mind was getting on the phone. I wanted to catch up, right? But I'm like, only time I was really catching up, it was just really with Kiki. I wasn't hitting nobody else up. So boom, I finally dozed off. All I hear is, Roshan, let's get it. Let's go. Let's get the show on the road. I got things to do. Let's get it. The earlier the better. The earlier the better. So I'm like, the earlier the better. Like, okay, I'm up. Like, I'm telling her, like, I'm up. She like, come on. Brush your teeth. Get the slob off your face. Let's go. You're done eating the pillow. Let's roll. So I'm like, okay. So she like, you should be ready in 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes. Come on. Now, this lady is legit ready. Okay, my mom was the type that'll put on sweats, a t-shirt, and her robe and be like, we going out there and drop her hair down. So I'm like, all right, so I get up. So I'm like, wait, my dad. So I looked at the phone. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot to give him his phone back. I legit forgot to get, because I posted a song at 3 to give him his phone back. So I'm like, oh my God, I got his phone. Like, now I'm worried. Like, oh my God, I'm going to get caught with this phone. So I'm like, I'm going to leave it here. So I left the phone, under the pillow. I go ahead, I get myself together. Boom, we're out the door. We pull up to the alternative school. As soon as we pull up, as soon as we pull up, I see the girl with the scar. I couldn't believe it. I was like, she's here too. Like, in the inside, like, everything dropped. Because I ain't gonna tell no story to you. This girl was a piece of work. And it was like, man, what am I gonna do now? Like, oh my God. Like, so I'm looking, my mom like, come on, let's go. I'm like, Mom. She like, what? I'm like, that girl. She like, yeah, I know who that is. So, what, you scared? Get out let's go. I wish you would say something. Yeah, at the moment, but you ain't gonna be in my classes with me every day all the time. Like, this girl don't like me for real, but she said she liked me, but she said she liked me. But then I had said my little piece. I thought she wasn't going to be back. So I was shocked to see her. So I get out the car, right? I get out the truck car. Boom, my mom done walked all right. She done switched all the way off. So I'm like, she like, let's come on, Roshan. I'm like, okay. So I speed up. So I hear her like, chuckling. She was over there standing with somebody else. So she chuckling. So I ain't even look back. I ain't even look her way. I didn't even let her know that I even heard her chuckle. We gets inside of there. Boom. We wait. We in the assistant. We waiting on the assistant principal and the principal to come in because they wanted to do it all together. We got the counselor in there. Boom. So now we sitting there. They like, this is going to be my set. Now I got a counselor that first off, it looked like she had a toupee. Man, it looked like she had a toupee on. Okay, when I tell you, looked like she had a toupee on. It looked like it was finna come off her head. So boom, my mom meet everybody. My mama tell them straight up, look, if Roshan get out of order or do anything that just seems out of the ordinary, you give me a call. Don't even give him a chance to act up. Please, I beg you. All you need is a piece of credit, a piece. You gonna come in here, you gonna execute, and you gonna go on ahead and keep moving on. You're not gonna be stuck in the same spot. Now, my mom, now she not already talked to me, you know what I'm saying, at the crib. So now in front of these people, she like popping her dad like getting crazy. We already had this talk. Why? That's what I meant by my mom will repeat herself, but just in a different way. So I was like, I'm gonna do as told. Now I'm telling her that I'm gonna do everything that I'm supposed to do. She said, cause we already talked, right? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, duh. But out loud, I was like, yes. She like, and you know what you're supposed to be doing, right? If anybody mess with you, because I already know it's gonna be some people that's in this queue that's gonna try to pull it. Because first off, look, I'm real big on him just coming here and getting the job done. But if anybody put their hands on him or threaten him, I will be up here. So, you know, they're like, nobody's going to do that. We're going to keep a close eye out. My mom like, okay, me too. Like a hawk, like an owl. Me too. So, boom. My mom going on here, asks about, like, what do I need, like, when it come to the books and stuff like that. What's my classes, this and that and the third. My mom going on here. All I have legit, listen, all I have legit is 3 classes if I want to make the credit like that fast. 3 classes, right? So they trying to break it down to my mom like, or, you know, Roshan can come and do after school program. Early the better. Nope. Early in the morning like everybody else. Because they was saying like, it wasn't like I needed a lot of credit. So they like, or we can let Roshan know when it's a test. No, he's participating every day into the quarters. So he's like, okay. So they're like, that's fine. So boom. My mama end up talking to them. They're like, well, we'll have the classes ready then, you know, just off the history of what we feel Roshan may need. Boom. So she like, okay, cool. So I'm like, we got to come back. So my mom like, no, I don't think we got to come back. We just waiting out there in the front, right? They're like, no, you guys can come back like in a couple of days. My mama said, no, I can't come back in a couple of days. So they told my mom, well, when Roshan come to school, just come straight to the office. So my mama said, you heard that? Come straight to the office and get your classes and go to class and get the credit and come home, right home. I'm looking like first off, calm down, lady. You're so angry. As we walking out, I see legs. Right? I see legs, but legs is always up there, but she was inside the building. And I saw her walking straight up towards the locker. And I was like, wait, is that legs? And I double look like, man, I know it ain't going to be the same people, right? Because some people I know legit already done and they out. They got their credit. They did what they had to do. And now they going to a regular school. So I was like, man, I don't want to be dealing with these same people, especially the ones I had beef with. And I ain't got nobody that I really mess with going to be there. So boom, I ain't say nothing. We get in the truck. My mama like, you heard what I said. I'm like, yes, I heard. And she like, and don't let nobody scare you and fix your face. They look at you, you look right back. Like a dead headlights. What they looking at? They looking at you, you look at them. You keep making a stat out if you got to. I'm like, yeah, so boom, we pull up. She like, stay out your room, go find something to do. Take Caleb, see if Caleb will take him outside or something. So Caleb is in his room. He done drunk 10 sun kisses, cans, okay, cans. He complaining that his stomach hurt. He like, I can't move. Oh, I can't move. He kept complaining he couldn't move. Now, mind you, Caleb keeps sucking down all these pops. And my mom kept saying, you keep sucking down all these pops. I told you to slow down. And he don't like water. He like, I can't get up. He didn't want to eat or nothing. So my mom was real concerned, right? So my mom like, why is my mama keep calling the phone and calling it? And my mom was like, and I'm trying to call Al. So my mom ended up calling, using her cellular device and trying to call my dad. But mind you, I got my dad's cell phone. So she said, what Al not picking up? I hear, so I'm in the kitchen. I ain't really saying nothing. I'm like, you think Kayla gonna need to go to the hospital? She's like, I don't know. It looked like it because his whole face was red. He was holding like, oh, it just looked like he just wasn't himself at all. He said he couldn't get up. He couldn't move. So my mom like, Al not picking up. Let me call up there to the firehouse. So she called, boom. She like, why you not picking up? So I don't know what my dad told her, but he didn't tell her I had the phone. He definitely didn't tell on me. So my dad ended up coming home. They ended up taking Caleb. So we didn't go. Me and Marky, we was at the crib. So Marky come upstairs. He like, why they rush out? I'm like, oh man, said his stomach hurt. But when we go in the room, he got all those cans of pops empty, just hanging around in the room. So he like, yeah, he like, hey, I'm sorry about. I'm like, nah, you good. I'm like, I should go see Kiki. He like, and then mom come back. I'm like, it ain't gonna. They at the hospital. He like, don't go see Kiki. I'm like, I'm going to go see her. I'll be back. So he like, you're gonna get in trouble. I'm not telling mom nothing. As soon as she asks me where you at, I'ma tell her you went to go see Kiki. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So boom, I leave right out the door. Right? I leave right out the door.